Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Return of the Obra Dinn, a Let's Play I am doing where I go into a decent bit of detail with tips, tricks, and hints to help you figure out some people a lot sooner than you probably would normally be able to just going off of information, using certain things that you can find on different guides and things, discussions and whatnot on Steam. But I'm just putting them all together in this Let's Play in these videos for you guys. As I go over them so you can visually see them and how they work. So we're in the book right now just because we're in the middle of this chapter right here, Soldiers of the Sea, with this scene right here being where we just finished off. And the watch is going off still right now, so you'd be hearing that humming in the background the whole time if I didn't have the book up. So, let me just check something here. Okay, that's good. So I have the volume for the game turned up a bit more right now. It's higher in the previous couple videos. I'm still trying to adjust it. It's hard to tell unless I do a sample recording and listen to it before I start recording the episodes. It's harder for me to adjust, so I just started doing that a couple of days ago. So it should be getting better and better. The volume might go up just a little bit more in adjustment after these, but I think this is about good for keeping it low enough where I won't get in trouble, but high enough to be heard. So, we come back and click. And the watch is telling us we have another person here that we need to locate. Ah, they're up here. With this one. Ah, this is out on the main deck. Sorry, I was taking a sip there. I was gonna say, please let me climb up over the cannon there. Gotta follow this mist. Knowing how that one wraps around the pillar there, or the mast. Alright, so there he is. One of these things came up, pierced him through with their, like, spiky spears and lifted him into the air. That's how he died. Okay, it's another one of the Indians. Or, sorry. One of the people from India. There's you. There's that guy. Henry. There's him. Let's see. Oh, here's another person. Looks like they got tossed from something. They're probably dying where they fell. There's that guy. Alright, so something we heard in the last couple of videos, but I didn't actually, can I say speared? Yeah. Speared's a bit more accurate. Is when the bosun dies, he mentions having a Frenchman. And that's a way to tell who and there's only one Frenchman in the crew. So that's pretty much a pretty good idea to figure out who the Frenchman is, and then in turn who he served. Alright, You're next. I kind of figured that. When we finish going through this scenes and exit back to the present time, I'll see if we have both the bosun and his mate identified, or at least named in the book. So I think is actually after this scene. So basically, this is going to be showing us how this guy fell. Basically, in the last scene, they were showing him falling, and this is where he landed. Ow. So as you recall from the job descriptions, the top men are most of the sailors. That work on the top deck of the ship here, maintaining the sails and rigging. So most of these guys are all top men. Our dead guy is right here. So he got electrocuted. And of course there's some other people that we can see, but we can't actually do anything with them. It's that guy. So all these people up on the rigging must be top men. Well, from his appearance, and I'm pretty sure he was the one talking to the Formosans, which, from their writing, when they were speaking and the way they sounded speaking their native language, they were close to Chinese, or just Asian of Orient. So this guy is either one of these two, so we're just going to name him a topman for now. Oh, no, wait, we know how he died. Struck? No, not struck. He got electrocuted. Alright, so let me go back to the picture here. So we can narrow these guys down some. Everyone, well, the tip I gave you that everyone in these pictures is usually, everyone in the picture, whoever they're sitting with, is usually people of the same rank. So all these people sitting by that top men that died are the other top men by association with that. So let's see. You're the only one we don't know yet. Yeah, all these guys are top men here. I'll wait on you. So that narrows them down a little bit. Alright, again, I hope at this point when I post this one up, the game audio to for hearing the music and the voices will be loud enough for everyone, while still being quiet enough to avoid any issues. Okay, so what was I going to talk about with this? Yes. He was up there with everyone. If you recall from the descriptions of the different positions on the boat, top men were a special higher class seaman that worked on the top deck of the boat here, and they specialized in maintaining the masts, sails, and rigging. So everyone that was up there in that scene was a topman. Some of the ones that are completely unblurred, that it won't like stop you if you try to name them, knowing that you could potentially go through and kind of brain work your way out of who is who out of the top men there for the most part. Alright, there's no one else up here, so we're done with that. I think at this point we just go back down again. Alright. So we had Nunzio that got killed down here. That's a new one. Okay, I'll check that in a second here. I actually think Nunzio is on the deck up above. No, Nunzio was killed on this deck, but we just had a scene in it. We didn't actually get to explore it. Alright, so pay close attention to this. There's going to be some clues in this one.
Keep pressure here.
Hold him down. What madness is this? 20 years my steward, and never a doubt on your sanity. Explain yourself.
Those ungodly beasts carry a curse! Throw them back or doom us all!
Tie him up and put him in the lazarette with those things. He may yet find his senses.
Come on.
All's fine, John. Been in worse spots, I think. Where's the rest of his leg?
Okay, so this guy here is obviously a steward. Okay, that's the second, or no, that's the first mate. There's our bosun. Okay, so that was the captain talking. So this guy is obviously the captain's steward. And the guy here they're taking care of, from everything said, must be John. Ship steward, surgeon, the surgeon's mate. This is one of those situations I was talking about where you right click and zoom in and it's hard to get it zoomed in on the right person. And before advancing on, I will go up the stairs and check out everyone else that was there. I can feel it myself. My voice is a little off. I'm sorry about that. Okay, so... struck is with like a blunt object or a fist or a hoof or something, so it's not that. Electrocuted, expired, exploded, fell, froze, illness, killed. Okay, well, we know his name is John, and he's at least a seaman, so... There's John Naples right there. That could be him. Let's just go through the list, see if there's anyone else named John. Nope. Alright, so this is John Naples. He wasn't struck, wasn't fell. Okay, I just wanted to check that out for something there. Was killed by, where is it? Captain Steward. Killed with a sword might not be the correct answer. That's what I'm gonna put for now, because I don't quite remember exactly what they wanted you to put there. So you're the bosun. You've been seen with the bosun quite a bit, so we can only assume you're his mate. And since we know the bosun's mate's in France, let's check out who the French person is on the boat. Or if there's more than one. Okay, so here's Charles Minor, the bosun's mate, French. So that gives us 3. As we know, this is the captain and he's the bosun. We know that the guy they're carrying away tied up is the captain's steward. We know that's the bosun's mate. And we know this guy is John Naples because they call him John. Okay. Not quite sure who you are yet still, though we could identify you. You're the butcher. Aha. You're... Okay, I'll get into who he is in a second there. We have not seen him at all before now. Nor have we seen, his ultimate fate in this whole adventure here. Okay, there's Martin. Oh, okay, these guys are carrying the case with the one shell down here. Alright, now that we just double-checked everyone to make sure. Go to our next one, which happens to be this guy. After we go through this scene, or maybe before it, I'll just gonna check how long I've been recording this episode because I don't really have something going right now for a timer. Alright, not that long yet, okay. You got struck in the head by that when they slipped. Again, someone else we don't really know. Without a doubt, that guy is the ship steward because a lot of the time things are happening, he's there kind of helping supervise and everything. Here's this guy. He's coming out of what looks like the carpenter's shop. So let's look on the map. Yep, we're at the carpenter's store here. So that's a good idea of who these two are. L2's wings. No, you weren't struck. Not in that sense, at least. Alright, let's see. What would that be considered, then? Probably crushed. Not by the beast or a cannon. Oops. Alright. So... Ah, so you were William. Alright, so it did accept kill with a sword, okay. Nice, there's 3 more down. At this point, obviously, if you couldn't tell, being so many parts into this, that we're just going to be like naming people off, and then every so often while we're doing more people, and considering where on the ship I am at the moment, where you're coming out of, I can, with a decent bit of confidence, say who you two are without needing to worry about any of that. Carpenter and his mate. And that's, again, that deductioning and using things that, like, a lot of people don't realize you can use to help you solve things quicker. Where a lot of people don't use the map. Using the map there, you realize that these two are sitting in the carpenter's shop, so they must be the carpenter and his mate. Alright, let's see. Oof, okay, so... You're next, huh? Alright. If I recall, I remember what happened with this guy.
Clear the deck, or move the boats astern, and throw the bodies over.
What's your foot in?
Hey there, what's this? Give them to me and I can fry us a solid meal, boys.
Heaven now. Take it slow.
What's it, gentlemen? There's a pretty shell here. Let's have a look.
No, get back.
Yep, and then it smacks him in the face. So, alright, from how you were talking, I can only assume you're the cook, because you were talking about cooking it. And those are a couple of the stewards. You're the captain's mate. I think it's been letting us say we could identify you, but we don't really have much in the way of clues as to who you are just yet. Right, those are 2 midshipmen. This is Martin. Oh no, that's the... yeah, Captain Stewart there. So just because this was the one guy that got hit and talked about reaching in and grabbing the shell. And he was referring to cooking it up. So through deduction and reasoning there, you can safely assume for now that he is the cook. We could just say he got struck with a tail. And again, that is the way you have to piece things together some of the time, most of the time, I should say. When it comes to figuring out who is you have to go by. If you're not going to be like looking at the map or the ship's map, the different floors to see where you are, where these people are standing at the time, you got to listen to what they're saying and we're talking about doing, and make an educated guess from that as to what position they are on the ship. Very few actual names are given past like the first chapter. And I don't mean the first chapter, because you start like towards the end of this and work your way back. I mean the start of the game's chapter. The chapter the game starts on, which is the end. By starting on that one, there are a couple names given to you, and after that it's very seldom that you hear an actual name.
What the hell is going on? What do you know about these things? About the chest and your dead friends?
这是虾米？回来，全部供出来，拢是恁害啦！迄个害得较对人无过好，吓人稳死的啊！你 talk about a shell, very dangerous.
Shell? What shell?
Alright, so the mermaid... Captain nearly got stabbed there. So as you can see, this guy is holding him. Oop, let that go back again. So he's holding this guy from the boat. Okay, so you're the other Chinese topman there. Why is it so hard to get on him? There we go. He's the other Formosan guard. Which they're just considered passengers, though. We will get one of the guards' names at some point, I think, but it's in a chapter we haven't quite reached yet. So both of these two got spiked. Okay, he is Chiao Tong. Alright, well that lets us know who the last guard is then. And that guy was definitely the cook. And see right there, that just proves by looking at the maps for the ship's layout when we were in the carpenter's shop, at that one scene where those two guys were coming out of the carpenter shop, proved that helped solve who they were, because the one guy is the carpenter's mate, which most likely meant the guy that stepped out of the shop was the carpenter himself. Alright, hang on though, because we now know... Oh no, we already did figure out who the others were. In my process of elimination, there's only one left, and that is you. Alright, so we're getting close to the 30-minute mark here, so I'll probably do this next one, and then we'll probably call this video for here. And I probably am not going to do a second one right now, but I do still have others that I gotta upload anyway, so we're not going to be like that bad off at the moment. Okay, now it's showing us all of the people that are dead and unholy captives here.
I yield! Hold your fire!
So someone fired, but we can see them right there. And if we look and focus on them, we can see it was the one guard. And that was because they took the royals there and essentially got them killed, as they were their guards. Alright, so there's Itbang. We don't know what happened to him yet. We just know that that guy got shot. Here's the other boat. There's Miss Lim. Got two mermaids sitting in that one. So we're getting close to why there's something shining out in the water. As we can see on this mermaid, there's like a glowing shell or something on them too. Am I missing someone here? No. This game just loves to take its time when there's not much to look at. So I know that he was the only one left alive on those two boats, and the other two Formosan royals are on them dead. But we don't know what happened to them just yet. So this is the second mate, Edward Nichols. He got shot with a gun by Chow. Nope, they're gonna have me do Lim first. Oh, they're having me do Bang Saw. Alright, so after we do him, I'm probably gonna call this video for here. Being as we are at 30 minutes most likely at this point. I don't mind going over, but I don't want to go too far over. So we'll do his death. Look at everyone who's on the boats. Figure out some fates and then call it. Okay, so that's probably why there's a lot of mermaids here. They have a chest with one of those shells on it. And it's opened up like a beacon. There's the mate pulling one of the dead mermaids onto the boat. At this point, it's still just him, and the other guy is alive, but Itbang's not quite alive yet. But from what we can wager, it looks like he opened that and reached inside. We don't quite know what those are being kept in right now that's fizzling up with a fire like that would like burn and poison you like that, but there's a couple things we can say for this once it'll actually let us move on. So we already know who he is because we have everyone else identified from that group. The one thing you could probably say from the way it looks right now, without a doubt, is that he was burned. Although I will tell you what that is more so is that it was poisoned. But the game will accept burned or poisoned. Essentially, either one works because the substance that the shell is contained in to keep it from becoming a beacon is a poison that does burn. Alright, I'm actually gonna... And with that, we are probably a little bit past the 30-minute mark at this point, so unfortunately, we're going to call the video here after these two deaths. We still don't know what happened to Miss Lim there or anyone else that was on these boats, but when we come back and do the 6th video, hopefully we'll be able to figure out more of what happened to the people that were on these boats, as well as our last royal member of the royal family there that was with them. So until then, everybody, I hope you've been enjoying this. I hope these have been informative for you to help you identify who all of these people are a little bit faster and easier. As that is my main purpose, is to take all these tips and hints that I've like read on Steam and just throw them right into one Let's Play for you all and see them actually in play and how they help you, as opposed to just reading about them. I really hope this guy would make another game like this. He does have another game he did. It's more of a browser-based game, but it is not the same at all. These mermaids definitely have something like that shining on them. These are not your standard pretty mermaids either. These guys are really monstrous looking. Oh, sorry for the odd, but yeah. We come back, continue in Chapter 4 of The Calling here. Like I said, we'll see what happened to Miss Lim here. And if there was any more people besides him. Obviously, if there was 2 lifeboats, there was more than him on them initially. But we'll see why they're not there anymore. So with that, we come back, go down this chapter further, into this mess of a story here and how sad and tragic this all is. Continuing to use these tips and tricks that I've been showing you and using myself to help you see them in action. We're identifying everyone faster and figuring out who's who without needing to wait quite as long. So until then, everybody, goodbye.